Hi everyone, welcome to Smriti Special. I'm Smriti Iyer and we are at the art studio today. Valentine's Day is around the corner and I know that a lot of you want to impress your loved ones, be it your friends, family, your partner, anybody. And during an occasion like this, you want to be spending your time with them rather than in the kitchen. So you need a recipe which is kind of simple, easy, which doesn't require a lot of time to make, doesn't require a lot of utensils, and it looks super impressive. So today I'm going to show you how to make my strawberry white chocolate cookies. Let's get started. The first thing that we're going to do is to prepare our strawberries. Now I've already prepared most of it. So let me show you. You just, with a small paring knife, take off the green bits and any tacky bits that you feel don't belong in the cookie. And then cut it into 3 parts depending on how fat the strawberry is. And then you cut off the end bits like so. And we are going to keep that separately because those are very pretty and these center bits are going separately. We are going to use these end bits on the top of our cookie. You'll see this as we proceed with the video. To my chopped strawberries here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take about a tablespoon of our flour. This is not separate flour, this is flour from the recipe. Okay, and we're going to mix it. Now this is going to create a little coating on the outside of the strawberry and it'll help keep everything kind of dry and not bleed. Okay, the flour is a nice absorbent of moisture, so that's exactly what's happening here. But we are not putting any on the ends because this is going to go on the top. In my large bowl here, I'm going to take softened butter. As you can see, this butter is quite soft, which is exactly what we want. We don't want it to be too cold, not too melted either. Okay, such an easy recipe, guys. Okay, now to this we are going to add some powdered sugar. You can use some caster sugar if you want. I love recipes which just need like a bowl and a whisk or just a bowl and a spatula because minimum cleanup, easy peasy, right? Okay, now that we mix that in, we're going to add our egg. Now those of you who don't consume eggs, you can replace this egg with 40 grams of either mashed banana or cream cheese. Both of them will work in this case. So just mix it in. I'm going to switch to my whisk, just whisking that in. Now we are not trying to aerate the mixture or anything because it's a cookie. We don't need a lot of aeration here, but we just want it to be a nice smooth mixture. Okay, that looks good. At this point, I'm going to add my homemade vanilla extract. I have a recipe for this on my YouTube channel. I'm going to link it for you in the description box if you've not watched it already, or use any good vanilla extract. This is just going to give a nice floral flavor and aroma. Okay, that looks good. Super simple. Now to this we are going to add our all-purpose flour. Okay, some baking soda, all of it, some almond meal. If you don't have almond meal, you can just powder some almonds and you can use that here. Just powder some in your mixie and use that. Okay, that looks fairly good. And now to this we are going to also add some fennel seeds or saunf because this is going to give such a beautiful complementary flavor to the strawberries. Do not miss this out. So beautiful. And don't use the the kinds which is like refreshments like mukhwas. Don't use that. use the raw one which doesn't have any sugar or anything. Okay, that looks good. At this point, I'm gonna switch to my hand. You just want to sort of get everything together. Don't knead the dough, okay? It's not bread, it's not roti, none of those. It's a cookie, so just try to combine everything. Now to this, we are going to add our white chocolate. I'm going to save some for the top, okay? Now use a good quality white chocolate. These are callet shaped, okay, or chips shaped. You can use some good quality bar which you chop up into bite-sized pieces. Don't use compound, guys, okay? That's not real chocolate, and don't ruin your beautiful cookie with compound. If you don't know what the difference is between chocolate and compound, I have a great article on my website for it. A lot of my students always refer to it, so I'm gonna put that in the description box below as well. Okay, this is looking good. Now I'm gonna add our flour coated strawberries. Now at this point, mix with a very gentle hand, okay? You don't want to mix it very vigorously, because what's going to happen is that it's going to bleed and it's going to become mushy, which you don't want at all. This is a beautiful sort of fresh cookie. Alright guys, so now what I have here is my baking tray lined with a silicone mat. You can use a parchment paper if you want. Okay, and then I have a ice cream scoop here. And I'm just going to take some of this cookie dough, space it a little bit apart. Okay, this one seems to be a little bit small. Okay, you can weigh these individually if you want them to be perfectly same size. And then what you do is, I have some water here. I'm going to just dip my hand like so. You don't want to wet your hand, but just moisten it a little bit, and then just form a round shape. Okay, these are chunky, beautiful, rustic type of cookies, so don't expect them to be like absolutely flat. Okay, that's the beauty of it. And keep them a little bit apart so that they have space to grow. And now what I have here is my chocolate chip. I'm just going to place a few on top like so. And now what I have here is my strawberry end bits, which we are going to place on top like so. Isn't that beautiful? I'm going to continue doing all these, and then we are going to bake them. Look at these beautiful cookies, guys. We got around 14 cookies. You can make more or less according to the size you're going for. Just make sure that roughly all of these cookies have the same size, so they cook evenly in the oven. Now these are going to go in a preheated oven at 150 degrees Celsius for about 30 minutes or so. Just keep an eye on it. You want the top to be slightly golden. Now we're keeping the temperature a little bit lower. Usually I bake my cookies at about 180 degrees or so, or higher, depends on what cookie it is. But this is going at 150 because we have fresh fruit in it and we don't want to burn our fresh fruit. Okay, so this is why we're doing this. Once it comes out of the oven, I'll show you what it looks like. So while our cookies are in the oven, let me quickly remind you that these are made with fresh fruit. And whenever cookies are made with fresh fruit, you can't keep them for a very long time or outside. So store them in the fridge for up to a week, and whenever you want to eat nice crunchy cookies, you can take them out, put them on a baking tray, put them in a preheated oven at 150 again just for about 5 to 8 minutes, and then that way they'll be refreshed. If you're new to the world of baking or pastry, or you want to learn more, I have an awesome online school. We have classes ranging from beginners to intermediate to advanced level. Most of the classes are egg-free or vegan. You can check out Smriti's special online school, the link for which is given in the description box below. These cookies came out of the oven at the 30-minute mark and I've let them cool down a little bit. They're still warm. So there are two things that I want to tell you right now. So one is that these are not going to be like super crunchy biscuits. These have fresh fruit in them. So obviously they're going to be a little bit kind of soft inside, which is like the beauty of this. Okay. This has a kind of, if you can hear, crunchy outside, and I'm going to show you what the inside looks like. Now this is how I like to eat it. Slightly warm, beautiful, and if you can see, oh, beautiful. Look at that beautiful fresh strawberry oozing out. Now this is how I like to eat this. I'm going to let it cool down completely so I can show you another kind of texture. As it cools, it's going to set and get a little more firm. But again, it's not going to be super crunchy, okay? So once that happens, I'll show you the texture. So guys, these have cooled down completely. And now I'm going to show you another cookie, okay? Now it's still going to be a little bit cakey from the center, as I said before. But I'm going to, look at this. So pretty, so pretty. I'm going to chew on one so you can hear. Can you see that? Can you hear that? Crunchy on the outside, cakey on the inside, beautiful fruit. Now these are my beautiful cookies. Let me describe it to you this way. The fennel gives a little bit of a floral note. And then you have the strawberry, which is kind of sweet and tart. You have the white chocolate, which is obviously sweet. It is overall a wholesome cookie. It's beautiful. You can have it with wine if you want. You can have it like, when I say with wine, I mean like in a cheese board or something. You can have it with your coffee or tea or just as a snack. And whether you're celebrating V-Day or not, you should make these cookies because they are so good. And whenever you do, share a picture with me on Facebook, Instagram, wherever. Tag me so I can see your recreations. The written recipe for this is given in the description box down below. Like this video, comment on it because I love to see your comments and what you think and what you want to see next from me. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more delicious recipes. I'll see you again next time. Bye.